Hi, I'm David Gregory. Welcome back to Col U TV as we look back this evening on a very, very good win for Colchester United last night. Before all that happens though, joined by Ryan Clamping in the studio. Unfortunately, Ryan, you missed out on that. How are you, first things first?
Yeah, gutted not to be involved. Obviously, it's not nice being injured again, but just got to get on with it now and try to get fit as soon as possible.
Yeah, and you look at footballers. They miss games through injury or suspension. But it might be one game or two games. Now you're now looking at a little bit of a longer layoff. So as well as physically having to keep yourself in shape, you got to keep mentally right as well, haven't you?
Yeah, I think mentally is probably the toughest as well. Like going into football every day, going in the physio, going in the gym on your own most of the time, seeing all your boys out there training, getting better, having fun. Like it is tough. It is tough. I think it's tougher mentally than it is physically.
Yeah, and is it tougher being in and around the training ground than when you're at home? Because you're at the training ground and all you can do is really go in the gym or do bits and pieces on your own.
No, I'd have thought it'd be worse at the training ground, but it's actually better because I'm not on my own still. Do you know what I mean? Like when the boys get in from training, still like get involved, have banter and that, like same as before training. And then there's still like a couple of boys injured anyway, even if it's 23s, 18s. But like when I'm at home, that's probably the worst because I can't do anything at the minute, especially in this knee brace. I can't do anything. Everyone's at work, so I'm just on my own. Do you know what I mean? That's the worst.
Yeah. But then, have we got a good squad around you, good lads in the dressing room, some experienced players, and you yourself have been through injury before, so it's a case of just trying to take the positives that you can each day.
Yeah. Do you know what? They're a good bunch of lads and they have helped me out a lot. And even like with the injury itself, without them, I'd have still been on the pitch, probably made it a lot worse, and I've been looking at a lot more permanent than what it is. So if anything, I'm just grateful to the boys, to be honest.
Yeah, and how's your early rehab gone, or has it just been a case of just letting it settle down?
Yeah, it's been alright. There's not really much I can do at the minute. It is literally just about settling it down, making sure everything heals properly in the right place as well, and then once I get this brace off, I should be up and running.
Yeah. And then once you are sort of up and running, how long do you think it'll be from that first step in foot on the training ground to kind of being ready for matches again, do you think?
It's an injury that I don't want to rush because it could be very serious if not treated right. So I think it's just going to take it step by step, day by day. As soon as this gets off, I feel a lot better as well because I can actually do a lot more gym work, feel like I'm getting stronger, better. Because at the minute, I feel like I'm useless. I can't really do anything. But when this comes off and I can start getting in the gym, like doing more rehab, maybe like doing some more like cardio, getting outside, maybe like that'll feel a lot better then.
Yeah, and of course that means that you've got to do what we do and watch the games. Are you a good watcher of games, or are you not a very good spectator?
Do you know what? Like it's last night. I enjoyed a lot watching last night, seeing the boys, and like we do well in training. Do you know what I mean? Like it's nice to actually see it like come out on the pitch at times, just against a good side as well. So I don't mind watching it. It's always a chance to learn.
Yeah, and of course, part of your learning and development will be learning from other players. And now, as much as you want to be playing out there yourself, it's a good chance for you to watch someone like Charlie Daniels, who's been at the top level, to look at the things he does.
Yeah, and I think obviously he's very experienced, very good player, and I think as well he's a different player, different fullback to what I am, which is good for me to watch because he does the bits that I don't do so well better, so I can learn from him from that and not just doing the same things all the time.
So I mean, everyone will want you to get fit as quick as you can, so hopefully that'll be the case. And, but thanks for joining us today, Ryan.
No worries.
That was Ryan. Hopefully we'll be back very soon. Back to last night's game, and Lee will bring you interviews with a couple of a player and the manager. But first of all, let's see the highlights.
So who was the player that stood out for you last night? What's your thoughts on the Newport game on Friday? Do you want to maybe come on a future show here at some point? Any messages, birthdays, weddings, anniversaries, or anything on the big screen you may want a message to someone put on there as well, or anything for a future show? It's media@colchesterunited.net. Media@colchesterunited.net. Right, back to last night's game. Let's hear some thoughts from the changing room.
Seal, disappointment on Saturday in the change room after the game. Must be a completely different feeling tonight.
Yeah, 100%. When we go and get a win like that at home in front of all the fans, that it's really nice for all of us. And I feel like we worked really hard for it. Like, they put us under a lot of pressure, but as a team, we defended really well, and that makes it even more sweet.
Yeah. And on a personal level, great to score another goal, and you must feel that coming in on that left foot is starting to pay dividends.
Yeah, 100%. I had a few shots on the weekend that troubled the keeper, but I didn't go in. But like in football, you just gotta persevere, and if one thing don't go right, then you just gotta keep going, and that's what I'm gonna do like throughout my whole career, and I'm happy that it paid off today.
And we spoke to Hayden a few minutes ago, and he was saying he trusts in your finishing. You've just got to be a bit more braver in trusting yourself to score in those opportunities.
Yeah, 100%. Like, I had the opportunity near the end of the game that I'm actually not happy about. Like, I should have scored that goal to get 2, but luckily it didn't impact the game, it didn't impact the team, and we won the game. But yeah, I definitely need to. In the past weeks, I've been shooting more and been practicing on that. Hayden's been helping me with that a lot in training, so I just need to keep doing that, and then I'll be scoring a lot more goals.
And then obviously just before half time, and everyone's thinking, you know, we might get into half time 1-0 up against a very, very good Exeter team. Let's not forget that. Noah Chilvers pops up with a good finish of his own.
Yeah, that was a great finish. Like, me and Coxie worked here well on the right side. Coxie done really well to dig out across, and then Chile like, on the half volley, really good finish. Like, he's got that in his locker. He's a very technical player, and I see that every day in training, and no, I'm really happy for him.
Yeah, and at half time was a talk about trying to extend the lead or protecting it a bit, or a bit of both.
A bit of both, really. Like, obviously we didn't want to concede, but then again, if we can score more, we want to score more. It's just more of the same, and just not take our foot off the gas, because when you're 2-0 up like that at half time, you can get comfortable, you can get sloppy, and we didn't want that at all. So we just felt we need to keep doing what we're doing and keep it tight at the back. And yeah, they got 1 goal, but we responded really well to that.
And it was quite important to get that quick goal back to block out any thoughts that they had of getting back in the game.
Yeah, I feel like after we scored that goal, we just like cemented the win, really. Like, obviously there was still work to do, and we knew that, but we just felt a lot more assured. Like, 2-goal cushion, that's really good. That's better than a 1-goal cushion. So no, it's really good that we got that goal when we did, and that we defended how we did to keep the 3-1 lead.
Yeah, and obviously in a game like that against a really good team, we talk about you scoring goals and creating goals as a team, but you yourself and the rest of the team had to defend in large stages and had to stay really disciplined.
Yeah, we really did, and those games are the hardest. It's harder like to defend than to be on the ball, like doing what you do, because when you're defending, it's the other team that are dictating what you do. So no, it was a very tough win, and like we all had to grind for it today, and I feel like that makes it even more sweeter, because it was hard, and things that you work really hard for like are much nicer. And yeah, I feel like we really deserve that win today.
Yeah, and I suppose it's a case of a balance of rest up and work now, because we've got a game Friday instead of Saturday, another game here at home.
Yeah, we need to make sure our recovery is right tomorrow. All of us as a team, we're doing the right things to get our body correct for the game. And then Thursday, we need to just knuckle down, do what we usually do, not change anything, do nothing drastic, but just to keep the momentum going, work on how Newport will play. And then, yeah, I think we'll be good for the game.
And sometimes that momentum is a real thing you want to keep in the team. You take everything from tonight into Friday and hopefully get another win.
Yeah, 100%. Like, we're confident now. Like, we were always confident, but now we're even more confident. Like, we got a little win, we got something going. So we just want to keep that going until Jan minimum and just keep pushing, get up the table.
And do you feel as a group that we should be higher up the table than we are? You're
Yeah.
kind of disappointed that some of our performances haven't given us the results we want, especially on Saturday, for example.
Yeah, 100%. Because we know the quality that we have within the team. We know what kind of players we are and where we should be playing. And it's not at the place we're at right now. But like we said, the performances are really good. So it's good that the performances are good, because then we know the goals and the results will start to come. It'll be worse if we're playing rubbish and we're also losing games. That's a whole different story. But we're playing very well, and now the goals are coming, like they're flowing now. And yeah, we can get up the table hopefully.
Let's take a look back at last night's game against Exeter with the thoughts of Hayden Mullins as he caught up with David Gregory after the game here in the studio.
Hayden must have been frustrated after Saturday's result, after a decent away performance, but lads made up for it this evening.
Yeah. I think Saturday. I said to the boys yesterday, I was really pleased with Saturday. You know, I know the result, obviously, and you get 3 points for winning the game, but we've really got to try and build some momentum in what we're doing, especially now. And I think the games against Scunthorpe, Sudbury, Ipswich away, and Stevenage have been some real good performances in there as a team. And I said to the boys about being on curves in the season, and sometimes you get your downward one where we've been on, and we've suffered a couple of defeats, and then you get your upward ones. And I feel we're on that now. I think the Stevenage game was a bit of a hiccup, but tonight to beat a team like Exeter the way we did, 3-1, could have been 4 right at the end, was a terrific performance. And I really feel at the moment we got a bit of momentum. We want to try and build on that. We've got another game on Friday coming thick and fast, and we want to use the confidence from tonight and really attack the game.
Yeah, I mean, the confidence must be there after a win like that, but was there a case of digging in that first 15 or so minutes when Exeter had a lot on the board? It was just a case of keeping our shape and defending it?
Yeah, and I think they were always going to bring that kind of threat. I mean, the run they've been on has been an unbelievable one. I think it's 20 games unbeaten or so, and we knew they were going to be a team coming here, full of confidence, wanted to try and attack us. They started that way. We knew we'd have periods without the ball where we'd have to ride the game out and be real stubborn and be in our shape and kind of see those periods out. And I thought the boys did that really well. And the first 15 minutes, it started like that. And it was good to get the goal. I think we haven't had the rubber green at times, especially on Saturday and games at home this season. But there's a lovely goal from Sylvan, and then we scored right before the break, which was fantastic.
And 2 really good finishes, because Sylvester's threatened to do that a lot, hasn't he? Coming in on his left foot and getting shots away, and seemed to pick a different corner than he usually picks for those left foot.
Yeah, I think we want him to be a bit more, braver in what he's doing, especially when he takes people on. He's such a good talent. They want him to get his shots off and really express himself. And I think Saturday he had quite a few efforts from outside the box, and it was good to see him tonight where he's still brave enough to take the ball back, back to goal, turn, swivel, shoot, and get his shot off. And it went in, because you only, if you don't shoot, you don't score. So we want him to be more brave, and he's got that ability, especially coming in on his left foot. He's brave enough to take that shot on when a lot of players will go back on their stronger side. But he's a good young player. Really pleased for him tonight that he's got his goal, and pleased for Noah and Freddie as well.
And Noah, we've seen ever since he came into the team, he's got that technical ability to strike a ball well, and probably another player that you want to get in the box more and score more goals.
Yeah, Noah's got real energy as well. He's a real fit lad, so he can play in the middle of the park really well, and he gets up and down. And I think one of his strengths is definitely arriving late in the box and finishing. He's a real good technical finisher. He can finish from outside the box. He's shown that, with chest and his left foot finish, and he's shown tonight he can arrive, right on time. And Noah's a player who should try and get into double figures from midfield. He's got the ability. There's no reason why not. He can get 10, 11, 12 goals from midfield. He's that type of player. So we really need him to really keep going and getting in those right areas. And I'm glad tonight that he got his goal. And like you say, it really helped the team at a key period.
Yeah, and at half time, is it a difficult team talk? Because you don't want to sit back too much, do you? Because you're 2-0 up. You want to carry on doing things, but you obviously want to preserve that lead.
Yeah, it's a tough one because you're 2-0 up. The game is never going to go exactly the same as the first half. So we know that Exeter are then going to come at us, and they're going to have an element of no fear, really, because what's the worst that can happen? They get beat 3, So we know they're going to be chucking players forward, and, it's always difficult because we want to really conserve what we got, keep the spaces nice and tight, and we don't really want to let that space open up. So it was always going to be a game where they were throwing players on top of us, and we were dropping deeper, trying to conserve what we had. It was always them to try and come out on us. But I asked the players to try and stay a little bit higher, not to sit on the edge of the 18-yard box, be a bit braver with the ball. We're 2-0 up, and let's try and get another one on the counter-attack. But I think Exeter, showed why they are where they are, because they started the second half really well and really pinned us back at times.
Yeah, and they got the goal, but any momentum they felt that they could build from that, or their fans thought they'd get out of the game then, was kind of squashed pretty quickly with Freddie scoring the third. Yeah,
and it was important, that we stayed kind of, brave and in what we were doing, because when you're throwing that many bodies forward like Exeter were, and they were trying to get the goal even after they got their goal, they went straight for it again, and they leave space in behind, and that's what we wanted to try and exploit. It didn't work in the first 15 minutes of the second half, but that one chance you hope you get, that goes to Freddie Shears. He puts it in, which is fantastic, and it really calmed us down after that, which was good. And it was a great result. They're a good side, very, very good side. Coming off the back of a fantastic run, we knew it would be a tough game, and it would be a game that we wanted to win, and unfortunately we did.
Yeah, and it puts everyone in good spirits ahead of Friday, another game here at home.
Yeah, they're coming quite fast at the moment, which is good. It's a quick turnaround. Get the boys in and get them kind of recovered and right for Friday. So I think that's the way you kind of like it. You want the games to come thick and fast. It'd be nice if we got another win again to build on this. 2 quick wins at home would be fantastic and keep the confidence and the momentum going.
Hayden's thoughts there on last night's game. Now we look forward to Friday, Newport, here at the JobServe Community Stadium. Hopefully as many of you as possible will be here to cheer on the lads, but if not, don't forget you can watch it live on iFollow for just £10. That's here in this country or anywhere else in the world. If you want a mention on Friday's show, like I said before, or on the big screen, or maybe even coming into the studio on a future show to talk Colchester United, it is media@colchesterunited.net. I'll be back next Wednesday for the midweek show, plus, of course, the pre-match show against Newport on Friday. Until then, have a great week, and we'll see you very, very soon.